Is it here? Are we doing it? Yay, I think it's here. Unless people are commenting from previous, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's Arch from Mono. I'm actually live for the first time ever. What on earth am I doing? I'm not sure. You might be wondering why I'm introducing this as a normal video, but I'm very aware that it's going to be saved basically to my YouTube channel. So here I am. I'm trying to figure it out. So it's going to be something, I don't know. I wanted to kind of introduce this as a casual chit chat. Hey, hello. A casual chit chat and kind of like a Q&A thing because 50% of the comments I get are actually questions. So not that I'm any kind of guru, but yeah. Let me just quickly open this so I can see the chat thing happening. Oh, let's turn that off as well. Okay, I'm here. Okay. It seems like it's kind of a little bit laggy between my computer and my phone. I have both going so I can see the chat properly. Can someone just tell me if you can hear me properly? Hello, hello. So yeah, I wanted it to be casual. I want it to be a Q&A thing. And not just you asking me questions. I actually maybe want to ask you guys a few questions as well. Who knows? It does feel weird to be live, I'm not going to lie. But the point of this is maybe a little test run, keep it casual. And the whole hope that I have is to be able to maybe do more live streams with more of a focus on a particular subject. So, thank you. Thank you. You can hear me. That's good. Am I too loud? I don't know. Am I booming across your life right now? Hi, Rebecca. Good afternoon. So, yeah, that's basically it. I wanted to start. I did a video at the beginning of the year saying a couple of things that I was hoping for with my channel, and this I want to do like a book club thing, if that makes sense. So this is the first one. So welcome everyone who is here. It's so cool. There's 40 of you already. I was hoping that people would turn up, you know, kind of like being a kid and then you have a party and no one turns up. Hi Sarah. How you doing? So yeah, I'm just gonna like have a look at everyone right now. I don't want to make this whole chat me saying hello to everyone. This is a chance for you guys to meet each other as well, not just me. You know, I do have a Facebook group and I am trying to create some sense of community among all of us crazy people that love fragrances. So hi Jensen, how are you? Oh gosh, that's so cute. Oh gosh, anyone that watched my Fruity Perfumes video recently, I did one and I dedicated it to my lovely little nephews Jensen and Alfie. I was wearing trolls in the video, I don't know if you saw it, but yeah. So there's a lot of people here already. There's already 53 people. Wow, that feels weird. I must admit, I do have a glass of wine here, so I hope you have too. So first of all, is anyone celebrating St. Patrick's Day? It's a big thing in London. I just finished work. I feel a little bit frazzled. I ran home from work to kind of get myself in gear for this, and there was a lot of people wearing green things. I'm wearing a green perfume today. I need to look at the chat here, so if I look down, do excuse me. Shut up, Mega Rebox. I know who this person is. It's someone trying to wind me up. Oxtail stew and soda bread in the crock pot. Yay, traditionally Irish. Homemade soda bread. Nice. So, yeah, I wanted to kind of invite you guys to ask questions about anything. I don't know what. And I want to ask you questions. So if anyone's got a question of any kind. And also I plan to I plan to be here for an hour. I don't know if that is maybe way too ambitious or long, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. The green perfume, Liz. Hi Liz, how are you? I'm actually wearing two. I started out today wearing You or Someone Like You by État Libre d'Orange because it's minty and stuff. And then that kind of fades a little bit, so now I'm wearing Fathom 5 by Beaufort, which is super green. Crazy. A few people wanted to meet Bo. He is here. He's right behind me. This is Bo, my imaginary friend. He can sing as well. Okay, so I'm going to answer a few questions. What is my favourite perfume? Jerry, Samsara. I make no bones about the fact that I love Samsara. It's connected to many memories in my life. It means a lot to me. My mum used to wear it. I should probably get her some, actually. It's her favourite. I just think it's magical. There's something super cool about it. It's the most beautiful sandalwood, jasmine, violet kind of thing. So, yeah. There's people from Germany. There's people from Romania. Oh, gosh, there's loads. You didn't see it. Burberry Her. Tell us your opinion. What's that? I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm trying to not have long pauses, but I'm trying to read at the same time. Do you have a fave perfume? Yes, Samsara. Samsara is the one. It's the one for me. I mean, obviously, being a perfume lover and collector, I love so many, but Samsara is always the one that gives me that little bit of whimsical magic every time I smell it, and I still swoon every time, and no perfume has ever done that for that amount of time. So, hi Gail. Vegas, hey, oh my gosh, this is one place that I need to visit in my life. Please get me tickets. Just kidding. I do want to go there though. Okay, let's have a look. There's a couple people from Germany. Guten Tag, or Guten Abend. Best spicy but fresh perfumes, please. That's a tough one because spices can be either dark or they can be bright. If you want to get something that is a bright, spicy, fresh, I would go for something that maybe has cardamom in it as opposed to a cinnamon or, you know, pepper or something like that. So cardamom maybe, ginger, even though it's not officially a spice, I don't think it has a spicy feeling, so I would go for that. Okay. What did I ask Pierre Guillaume? It wasn't Pierre Guillaume. Unfortunately for us, we would have loved where I work Pierre Guillaume to come in because I mean, he's made so many fragrances. He has his own little factory going on, and also like he's mega hot. Like, let's not deny that fact. But the guy that came was really cool. He was a really good representative. He told us so many cool things about the brand, and more specifically the structure of each of Pierre Guillaume's line. So the main line, I'll just run through it. The main line, Parfumerie Générale, which is they're now calling Pierre Guillaume, they see it as a circle. It's not a pyramid of notes, so you can get a top note 3 hours into wearing kind of thing. The black line is one where they use a method called photo affiage, I think. If I miss any comments, I'm really sorry, but they are going quite fast. This is my first time, I don't know. Photo affiage, where they leave the big vat of perfume in sunlight for an hour and then take it away for a day and then put it in sunlight for an hour. And what it does is it brings all of the perfume notes up to the same level, so it's not a pyramid anymore, so you get all of them at once. That's a great one. Crozier, the blue line, is one based on travel and places, and they say it's more about movement. And then Fident is his fourth line, where he doesn't put his name to it, but they focus on Mediterranean ingredients and they solely focus on one thing. So that's that one. So yeah, let me just move my wire. It's in front of my screen. Sorry. Hi, Gunmetal. I'm very aware that I don't want to spend the whole time saying hello to people. If you say hello, I see you. I see you, don't worry. Greetings from beautiful Puerto Rico. Ah, Puerto Rico! All of you guys are from places that I really want to visit. Do you know what? I must say, aside from perfume, travel is my other massive passion. If I could combine the two in my life, I think I'd probably be the most happy person alive. So Puerto Rico, Italy, oh, these are places that just, yeah. Norway. You guys are an international bunch. Lily White. When I look at, you know, because I do look at my analytics, it's called, on YouTube. And you can see where people view your videos and who watches for the longest and things like that. It's a good way to know your audience, basically, and it's something that I'm still getting to grips with, even though I've had my channel for a long long time. But yeah, I chose to do this live stream at 6:30 UK time because I know most people that subscribe to me are European or in America, so I try to do it the best way. Why do they discontinue certain fragrances? I don't know. It's multiple reasons, I would say. Mainly sales. It would be probably that a fragrance isn't selling in a brand's line. It could be something to do with an ingredient. So it would be, say for instance, Mysore sandalwood, a very precious sandalwood ingredient. It got over harvested and just too much. So they couldn't keep up with the production of it. So Samsara is a classic example of that actually. The original Samsara used to have real Mysore sandalwood in it, which is regarded as being, I guess, the most beautiful and exquisite sandalwood you can. So then they had to kind of replace it. So I guess that's why. Let me see. Let me see what else is going on here. Parma Inner. I am good on a night out. Let me tell you, I'm the life and soul of the party. Although I feel a little bit awkward right now, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. First time for everything. It's always going to be a little bit awkward, but I'll be fine. Damn, I am handsome. Well, you know, you can thank my mum for that. It's the half Irish blood in me, I guess. I don't know. Hey from Essex. Hayley, my family are from Essex. Well, they're from East London and they moved to Essex. They live in Leigh-on-Sea now, so they have that wonderful accent that I absolutely love. That warming, loving accent. Review for Gucci Rush. Oh, Anna, do you know, I have thought about it so many times. I really want to do it, actually. It's one that I feel should be reviewed. I go through this thing with my reviews where I feel like reviewing older things, a lot of people want to hear about the newest things, but that's one thing I pride myself on, and that is that I do reviews from all kinds. You know, it's so wide. I'd like to do reviews on, I recently did a really old Guerlain fragrance that came out in 1904. I like to have variety, and I hope that you guys appreciate that. You know, I try to mix it up a little bit, and yeah, so we'll see. Do you know any vanilla white florals? Who said that? I've lost it. Hold on a second. Yes, there is. There's an amazing one, actually. Hold on a second. I'm losing things. Hey, from Jamaica. Whoa. Oh my gosh. What time is it in Jamaica right now? Okay. Do I ever shop vintage? I don't shop vintage, but I do seek out vintage fragrances in terms of pre-formulations of things that I really, really love. So that's a tough one. Vintage fragrances are stunning, you know. It's like an entire different era and style of perfume. So, yeah, that's that one. Okay, it's 1:43 PM in Kingston. God, I bet the weather is beautiful there right now. Let me just, oh no, I was going to type, but I thought. I'm from a small village in Africa. We are watching from our library as we do not have Wi-Fi or mobile. We send our love to you. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Wow, Jumbo. That's the only thing I know how to say. I hope I've said that right. That's amazing that you're in Africa. I know that you guys are on the complete same timeline as the UK in certain parts of it. Maybe I'm sounding dumb. We have Russian people here as well. Wow. That's Videnya. No, that's goodbye, isn't it? I shouldn't have said that one. How do you say hello in Russian? Am I a man or a woman? I don't know. I don't like to think about it. Who cares? That's not what we're here for. Texas is the same time. Cool. One question you missed above. Scent each place you've travelled to and what the fragrance it would be. That's really tough because I've been to quite a lot of places and I usually, when I go to a place, I pick up on the smells of the actual country. One of my most exciting things that I do when I travel is when you first go out of those airport doors and you're not in air conditioned anymore, you're not in aeroplane compressed kind of environment, and you get that first waft of what a country smells like. It's one of the most magical things I think that can happen. In India, it is, which is one of my favorite places to go. It is so much humidity, greenery, and bonfire, and it's one of my favorite things to smell. I've been there 3 times, and I'm hoping to go a fourth, so we'll see. So anyway, favorite UK perfume house. At the moment, I would say Beaufort, London. They are crazy. They are really, really bold. They come in little tiny black bottles. I'm wearing one right now. It's Fathom 5. It's the super green one. They favour battleships, gunpowder, pirates, smoke, just devastation, basically. And they're a London brand also, which I really like. And I feel like they're just out there. So they're the ones that kind of stick out to me at the moment. There are loads of others that I've tried. Jo Malone, I've tried Miller Harris. I will try not to say so much, but I am on the spot here. Yeah, so I love Beaufort at the moment, Beaufort London. The perfumer or the visionary behind it is actually the drummer from The Prodigy, if any of you know who that is. So yeah, let's have a look. The best unisex oud. Oh gosh, oud is something that I try to avoid. Well, I don't. I've tried to because I feel like it's a trend that just won't go away. Yet, I have found myself kind of liking a lot of oud fragrances recently that aren't necessarily full on oud, but just have that feeling. A unisex oud, I'm going to say Camel by Zoologist. It's obviously a niche perfume. I'll try to think about designer and niche. So Camel is lovely. It's a kind of sweet. It's a sweet fruity oud, I would say. Smooth resin, stuff like that. There's a bit of saffron in it. Who is saying stop ignoring me? Please answer. What's your tort on New Zealand 50 people killed? Of course, I think that's devastating. It's not kind of what we're here to talk about, but I've noticed it. My best friend is from New Zealand. I have been there. I visited that country. It's absolutely stunning. I'm not ignoring anybody, by the way. It's just the chat goes fast, so I'm just checking in every now and then. Hi Tom, question. I love Shalimar Old School Chanel Opium. Have you got any ideas for a modern fragrance for somebody with classic tastes? If you love Shalimar, there's one that springs to mind straight away. It's called Bijou Romantique, and it's by Etat Libre d'Orange. I call it a modernized version of Shalimar. It's got all of that amber going on that Shalimar has, but it doesn't have the animalic, it doesn't have the leather, and it doesn't have the citrus element of Shalimar, but it is a lot sweeter, and it does have ylang ylang, so it's also got an added vanilla note, so that's a really cool one if you want to try that out. Do you plan on selling any of your Beepo collection? I don't. I'm sorry. I kind of treasure them quite a bit. It's something special to me. I collected them really hardcore around 2005 to 2010, and then I stopped. I've honed in on my collection, and I've kind of kept it at a level now, so I don't really plan to sell any, so I'm sorry about that. I think I should bring out Beau. Wendy Dawson. You share the same name as my mum. It's a very special name. Beau is here. Beau is actually over there. He's being very quiet. I'm actually quite proud of him right now. It would be quite awkward because I'd have to bring his whole, house over here, and it might be a little bit much, so. If I can pick one perfume, which would it be? Samsara! I need to put a thing up here that says Samsara straight away. Have you always loved scent, and what got you into fragrance? It started from when I was a kid. I was obsessed with my sense of smell. I am the child that you will find in the supermarket aisle smelling all of the candles, all of the fabric softeners, air fresheners, stuff like that. And then I started to collect things like incense and oil burners, candles, lip balms, anything that smelled. And then as I got older and started earning money, I realized that the biggest treat for your nose ever is perfume. It's such a vast world, and I started collecting, and then I learned about Fragrantica, which any of you guys, if you don't know about it already and you love perfume, Fragrantica is a wealth of knowledge. It's basically like a perfume encyclopedia. of perfume knowledge and just everything, I started writing reviews there. And then I started getting messages from people saying, you know, your reviews are really good. I agree with you. I can smell what it is that you're smelling when you write about it. So then I started a YouTube channel, which led me to my job. And then here we are, live streaming 2019. Someone's saying ignore the trolls. I haven't really seen any of them, so I don't really care. I thought there might be trolls here, but they can just get back under their bridge. Feeding time is not for another hour, so that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, just gonna have a glass of wine. And yes, Jack Skellington. He's one of my idols. I love him. One day I'll have a body like him too. Just kidding. I seem to like woody fragrances. Do you have a favourite? It's tough. Woody is probably one of the biggest brackets of fragrance. I think florals as well, but woody is a real big section of the fragrance wheel. So there are so many. I mean, sandalwood is absolutely beautiful. There are so many cool ones out there. I don't tend to wear solely woody fragrances that much. I tend to go for orientals. I love exotic things, amber, spices, resins, things that smell like exotic places that I dream of visiting. So if I had to think of a favorite woody, I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that one right now. Maybe I should run to my collection and grab some. Anyway, let's have a look at what everyone else is saying. My job is to whoop yo ass. Do you not mean like whoop? What's whoop? I don't know. Anyway, do you have a favourite Narcissus fragrance? I don't, but I can suggest a good one to you because it's quite an interesting flower. There is one called Sydney Rockpool by Arquiste, and it's a tropical fragrance that features coconut, sea salt, and then they added this greenery of Narcissus, and it's a lovely one. So try that one out if you want to. I am drinking. It is St. Patrick's Day. Yes, Hikmat, and I am half Irish, so, you know, it makes sense. Why not? How would you recommend storing your fragrances? That's a question I get quite a lot. This is a tough one because ultimately in the world of perfumery and how it should be kept and how perfume likes to be kept is in the back corner of a dark, cool room in its box, shied away from the world. I struggle with this all the time because perfume is so pretty. The bottles are so lovely. I mean, you want to put them on display. Luckily, I have a room that doesn't get much light and it's quite cool, so I can have some of mine out. But yeah, perfume hates temperature change and it hates direct sunlight. The worst place you can keep it is in your bathroom. If you shower in your bathroom because it's constantly changing temperature, it's just going to mess up the perfume. You will notice that top notes will go wonky first. And yeah, so that's the answer to that one. I can't even get through the questions. There's so many. What is my favourite white floral scent? Gosh, white florals are among my favourite fragrances ever. I did 2 videos on them. I did top 10 designer white florals and I did top 10 niche white florals. Michael Kors, his first ever fragrance that came out that's just called Michael. That was my signature for a really long time. It was my first foray into tuberoses. I love anything that has tuberose in because it's so heady and bold and wild and unforgiving. So Michael Kors. I also really love Carnal Flower by Frederic Malle. It's a very pricey fragrance, but I saved up and saved up and saved up my good money to get it. And I got it. It's a really nice one. It showcases a lot of facets of tuberose. It showcases the coconutty side, the green side, all kinds of sides. So yeah. Who is this Skull Lord? I mean, it's just such an awful name. Oh my god. How many bottles do I have? Currently, I have about 100. I told myself that I would stop at 50. I think 50 is a reasonable amount of fragrances for a perfume lover. But, you know, here we are. I've got 100 and there are still things on my wish list. But I occasionally have a culling session and my mum is usually the receiver of my perfumes. If I get to a point where I start to feel overwhelmed, I will pick out things where I think, okay, I haven't worn you for a while. Mum would love this, and I give them to my mum. So her collection is growing exponentially. Okay, what else? Shizato Zen. I have not tried that one, Leslie. I'm not sure what that is. I love green perfumes. What would you recommend? Well, green perfumes. Good topic, because obviously it's St. Patrick's Day. Green is the theme. Green is a great part of the fragrance wheel. I'm going to reference that probably a lot. Green can be a lot of things. It can be things that have grass. It can be leaves. It can be green resins like galbanum. And some of the greenest things I've smelled that I think are great in terms of the niche world, I'll give you one niche one and one designer one. So a really good niche one is called Panorama, and it's by Olfactive Studio. It has so many green notes in it that it just jumps around everywhere. There is a wasabi accord in it, violet leaves, grass, fig, gosh, so many things. Then the other one for a designer one would be, oh gosh, I could get shot down for this, but I would say Decadence by Marc Jacobs. It's actually a green gourmand. It's an odd one. Or maybe Aura by Terry Mugler. Again, it's a green gourmand. I like that side of things for green in the designer world, so we'll see. Okay, I'm going to look. Fragmental is here. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you for your video recently. I tagged him in a what was it, 5 challenging fragrances video. Yeah, Lush. Gosh, I actually have Lust by Lush. It's one of the biggest crazy jasmines I've ever smelled. I call it vampiric. It's kind of like what a vampire would smell like to me. I love it. Anyway, UPS, what happened? I don't know. UPS as in the delivery company? Sikkim Girls. Thanks, Fragmental. Do you remember Quadrille by Balenciaga? I do not. I do not. I actually haven't smelled many fragrances from Balenciaga at all. Can Candle, Karma from Lush used to be good too. Did they change it? Can you let me know? I used to work at Lush. I worked for Lush in 2002, and they only had 2 perfumes. They had Karma and they had Ginger. And both of them were so potent. I don't know if they've changed them, but Lush fragrances are just unforgiving anyway. They're crazy. One of the craziest ones I've smelled from them is Lord of Goathorn. Has anyone smelled Lord of Goathorn? 1 second. I've just put that troll in timeout. All right, bye. We can continue with the rest of the live stream. I just knew there was going to be trolls. I'm just ignoring them. Anyway, let's have a look. My favourite perfumer, Dina. My favourite perfumer, that's an easy question. My favourite perfumer is Dominique Ropion. He is an elderly French guy who has created multiple, I guess you could call them outstanding and legendary fragrances for multiple houses as well. He has made so many fragrances that I love. He's made lots for Frederic Malle, who I own a couple of them. I should actually look them up while I'm here. Let's do that because he has so many. He actually just won, so someone tells me, Perfumer of the Year. So that's kind of inspiring me to do a video maybe about him as well. So let's have a look. Skin on Skin, what's that? I've never smelled that before. Oh, this is going to be tough. But yeah, Dominique Ropion is my favourite perfumer. There's a couple of others. Sophia Grossman, I think I've pronounced her name right. Dominique Ropion, though, to me, is, I call him the flower whisperer. He's so good at making florals that are just amazing. Do you think the celebrities are hands-on on their perfumes? I think some of them are, and I think some of them aren't. I have seen a video before about, I can't remember which celebrity it was, making a fragrance, and it wasn't really that she made it or he made it. They just went, they had a vision and they put it to a brand. I think it was Coty or Coty, is it pronounced? And they literally just made 5 different prototypes and she just picked one and then it was just name slapped on and done. So I'm not sure. I think Lady Gaga was probably very hands-on in her one because she wanted it to smell like poisonous flowers. I think that there's a very controversial celebrity called Jade Goody, who's now sadly passed away. She was very hands-on in her fragrance. I watched her documentary and she was shoveling the rose petals in order to get them into the thing. So I don't know. I don't know. Sarah Jessica Parker, Lily White. Yeah, I'm guessing that she probably is very hands-on in hers as well. She is, I would say, one of the better celebrity fragrance releases because she didn't go for that fruity floral easy thing. She always releases something that's just a little bit different. I mean, Lovely was amazing. Some people consider it to be a dupe of Narciso Rodriguez for her, but still. Stash, oh my gosh, I smelled that one once. I did have a slightly visceral reaction from it. There was something a little bit odd in there. Sorry, I'm just looking up perfumers quickly. I'm trying to like make not any blank space of me just going. Anyway, 1 second. Dominique. So if I list a few fragrances that Dominique Ropion has made, you will definitely recognize a lot of them because he is some kind of genius. There's also a perfumer called Bertrand de Chauffour, and apparently he is one of the easiest perfumers to work with. People give him a brief and he just magically creates exactly what it is they want with no fuss, no alterations. Apparently he's just some kind of wizard, and he's worked for millions of brands as well. So let me just quickly find Dominique. 1 second. Where are you, Dominique? Dominique Ropion. Here he is. So some of the fragrances that he has made, just to name a few. So he made the more popular ones. He's worked with Cacharel, he's worked with Burberry. He made Euphoria for Calvin Klein. He made Pure Poison for Dior. He made Girl of Now for Elie Saab. He made Carnal Flower. He made Portrait of a Lady, both amazing fragrances in my opinion. He made Acqua di Gioia. He made Armani Code. He made Amarige by Givenchy. I mean, it's one of the most legendary florals that exist out there. Amarige has been going since 1991. He made the new L'Interdit for Givenchy as well. Oh my gosh, I mean, the list goes on. He made Live or Live for Jennifer Lopez. So he spans everything. He spans niche brands and he spans celebrity brands as well. He's got his finger in every pie. He made Jungle Elephant. He made La Vie est Belle. I mean, La Vie est Belle, how popular is that fragrance? Sorry, guys. Just having a little drink there. He made Trésor. He made Alien. Okay? Alien, for God's sake. I mean, wow. Just so many. I could go on and on and on. He made a million things, so... yeah, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to move on to another question. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Marty. Hi, Peter. Hey, how are you? Peter Corcoran. Okay. Have you smelled Disney perfumes? No, I haven't. This is my partner, by the way, like, trying to throw me off here. I haven't smelled Disney perfumes. I should. Okay. Hello. Please give us your thoughts on Estee Lauder Beautiful. I would love to. I have smelled it quite a lot of times. My best friend Laura, her mum wears it. It's her signature. And I know that it's been changed. I know so many perfumes have been changed. It sucks. We hate it. But I do have it. I literally got a 30 ml of it a week or so ago. So I do plan to review it. There's a member of my Facebook group called Jacob Showles who consistently posts about Beautiful. It's his holy grail. So I'm going to do it in honor of him. So I'm going to do it. So, okay, I still smell Estee Lauder Tuberose Gardenia everywhere. What makes a perfume smell offensive to some people? That's Paris World. That is a vast question and it's so subjective. Everybody has things that they like and don't like. It's the same as food. What makes food taste horrible to someone and nice to someone else? I think with perfumery, there are trends. And nowadays, these new age trends that we have, a lot of people really like to smell clean, sweet, and approachable. And there are a lot of niche perfume brands or much older vintage perfumes that still have real animalic notes in them, things that smell like barnyard. And then all of these new perfumers are coming along as well and experimenting with hyper smoky things, things that smell like bodily secretions. Italia d'Orange, I'm looking at you. So it's just subjective. Everyone has a taste. And I work in a perfume shop. I show people the weirdest thing ever and they absolutely love it. Or you can show someone a very transparent, simple fragrance and it's too much. So there's no definitive line at all. It's just, yeah. Anyway. Fati Bumbalati, you are one of my favorite name handles ever. I love that name. Anyway, let's have a look. What do I feel? Liz Seville, hi Liz. What do I feel about pricing? Has it gone too far? I think that a lot of perfume companies now are making very extravagant bottles. I think, how do I dissect this? I think when it comes to designer fragrances, pricing has gone too far because knowing what the ingredients are in... Shane, you can stop saying hi to everyone, it's fine. I think knowing what the ingredients are and the amount that they churn out, I think the price for what designer fragrances are, it has gone too far. And there are a lot of niche perfumes also that price their stuff way too high. But what's affordable anymore? I mean, what is it? There was a time where perfume was considered luxury. It was a luxury thing to have. And then it became where everyone can access it. And then it seems to be like it's going the other way again in my brain. So I don't know. I did read something somewhere that, let's take for instance Chanel. Their materials, I think 3% of the cost of what you're paying is for the materials. The rest of it is the name in the bottle. So I think yes, we'll see. Let's see. Let's see what else. Katie Puckrick, I wish she would come back to YouTube. I actually do too. She's an odd one. I really liked Katie Puckrick. Do you know she was actually famous before she became a reviewer? She used to be on MTV, I think, as a presenter. I really appreciated her very peculiar but concise reviews and her kind of devilish smile that she always did. I really liked her reviews as well. But she hasn't done a review for ages. She had a big following and yeah, I liked her too. So Katie Puckrick was cool. She had a really eclectic taste. I especially loved her review of Secretions Magnifique because it was on the spot and it was funny. So The Word, late 80s. Yeah, she was a presenter, so I'm led to believe. Also, if there's anyone watching that is a Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab fan, she did an interview with the owner of Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. She came across as a little bit obnoxious, but it was kind of a good interview. So let's have a look. Have you tried Roger's perfumes and do you feel the price is justified? I could get in trouble here as well. I have tried Roger Dove's perfumes. Probably about 6 or 7, which is only skimming the surface. I went on a big sniffing day with a friend of mine. There's a video about it as well. And Roger Dove was actually sitting in the room near his perfumes. And I asked him to show me a ylang fragrance because I have been on the hunt for a ylang fragrance. And my colleague that I was with, actually, before she realised that it was him, said, oh, these perfumes are so boring. And he was sitting right there. It was kind of awkward. But, you know, funny story. I need to discover his greatest fragrance. What is... You guys can tell me that know his fragrances. What are the best ones? So, in terms of the price, I honestly, from what I've smelled, I don't think so. But look at these bottles. I mentioned it a minute ago. They are jeweled. There is this metal cage with jewels in them. I think a lot of what you're paying for is the price. But I don't want to pass judgment. I've only smelled 5, and the ylang one I didn't like, so we'll see. People say his vetiver is very good. I'll have to try it, you know, I'll have to see. It's one of those things when I was perfume sniffing that day, and I had smelled a whole bunch of stuff, and the top floor of Harrods was the last stop on our tour, and by then I already had a headache, and then you're faced with 60 glittering, shining, kind of like this, bottles of Roger Dove, and by then I was kind of tired, so I don't want to pass judgment. Maybe I should smell them again. Who knows? Okay, let's have a look. £795 for a perfume. I mean, that is, to me, nuts. I mean, that is crazy. What is in there? Diamond unicorn tears? Rainbow glitter? I mean, what the hell? Seashells? I don't know. I would never pay £795 for a perfume. I'm going to ask you guys a question, if that's okay. What is your limit on a perfume? How much are you willing to pay for something that you really love, if it's something that you adore and really, really want? Because I know that things that I've really, really wanted that have been quite save up. For instance, Coromandel. I knew I wanted that one, and I had to save up for quite a few months to get that one. I dressed up, and I went to Chanel with my shirt on to try and, you know, keep up with the Joneses and stuff like that. But yeah, and everyone has a limit. I'm glad that perfume is accessible to everyone. It's nice that anyone can get a fragrance now, you know, where it's not luxury anymore. So, 250 maximum. 50. I guess it depends on how much you actually love and want that fragrance, right? Okay, what's the most you've ever paid for a fragrance? That's a good question. I mean, the most I paid for was for my Coromandel. It is 200 mils, which I've used half of, which I'm really annoyed with. But it's there to be used, right? The more I try from niche. Yep, I see. Where can you buy my fragrance? Okay, please ignore every comment from Mega Reeboks, because he's on there just annoying me. It's my partner. It's just sitting there annoying me in another room. Yeah. I do think, going back to the question about prices, I think Chanel are a big culprit for being a company that just randomly hike their prices up, where, you know, I had my eye on Coromandel for a really long time, and then it's like it jumped up by £30, and then it jumped up by another 30, and it's like, it's not fair to make your fragrances out of reach, especially when it goes backwards. You've reformulated your fragrance to be weaker, yet you've increased the price of your fragrance. I feel like it's just a disservice to perfume lovers, people that love Chanel. I think it's really sad that people want stuff in their collection, like all of us here, and you're kind of being priced out of the market yourself just because they've decided it with no justification. That's just a mini rant. We will move on from that. Come to Dubai and we will go to perfume sniffing. I mean, gosh, I can't even imagine how many perfumes there are in Dubai. A lot of the customers that I see every day are from the Middle East, and you guys love your perfume like no one else I've ever met. People, you know, a lot of people from the Middle East where I work, they say, you tell them that it comes in 100 mils, and they say, I want bigger. I need bigger and more fragrance. Anyway, let's have a look at some things and carry on. There's me. I'm thinking that the chat was going to go dead. I thought that nobody would come and watch this, but, you know, you guys are here, so thank you so much. It's the first time I'm doing it, you know, it's something new for me, so we'll see. Baccarat Rouge. You know, can I just mention Baccarat Rouge? This perfume is something that I hear about on a daily basis in my job. When I give people perfume consultations and say, okay, what do you normally wear? What do you like? Baccarat Rouge comes up 9 times out of 10. That one and Santal 33, they are just kind of everywhere. I need to smell this perfume. I smelled it once. I need to smell it again. So, somebody asked something then and I just missed it. Space Turds says you're so hot. Well, thank you. What kind of bird? He's a cockatiel. I feel like I should quickly just tell you guys the story of Bo, because a lot of people ask about the bird. Bo belonged to an elderly neighbour of ours. She lived behind this wall here. Her name was Janet. She went into hospital and she sadly never came out. So he is basically a rescue bird. We took him in and we keep him now. He has a disco ball in his cage. I bought him a disco ball and a bell because, you know, who doesn't need that in their life? He has the best food, the best seed. We let him out, but he's kind of frantic. And he's a very active, crazy bird, even though he's old. I know you guys want to see him. I don't know if I should do it or not. It's going to be awkward to bring him over. Do you think I should do it? Oh, I don't know. I don't really want to leave the live stream. It's going to be just, you know, fake Bo right here. Anyway, let's have a look. Bobo, Bobby Bo. I call him Bohawk. I call him Bo Selector. I call him Shut the Fuck Up sometimes, like, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, he's very odd. Like, he is very intelligent. As soon as you press record, he just goes into top 10 crazy mode of screeching, and it's ow. I do love him. He's very pretty. He has his little makeup on and stuff, but yeah. The latest perfume I added to my collection. Thank you for that. Wonder, how do I pronounce that? It was Chameleon by Zoologist. Thankfully enough, I've been a fan of Zoologist long enough, and I talk to Victor Wong, the owner of the company, quite a lot. We talk back and forth. So I luckily received bottles from him of their new releases, which is amazing because I make no bones about it. They are my favourite niche brand. And Chameleon is the latest bottle that I got. I'm still to review it. I've tested it a million times on my skin. But yeah, I get overwhelmed with how many videos I need to do, and it sometimes gets a little bit... Seriously, the life of a YouTuber. You're constantly thinking about it. It's crazy. Where did your name Ouch Momolo come from? Dying to know. Sarah B. The story is very, very boring and not interesting, but I'll tell you. It was the first ever email I had. It also came from a graffiti artist that I used to see around London. His name was Ouch, and I used to see him everywhere. No more, because he's probably 60 now, because, you know, I'm getting on a bit myself. It's just punchy, and I don't have a super cool, fun name, you know, like a lot of the reviewers out there. It's just kind of stuck with me because it was my Twitter handle, it's my email. It was just easier to do it that way, and now it's just become, that's my name. It's nothing to do with fragrance. I wish I could have a cool name, like the Smellerizationer, or, you know, the Snifferator, or something like that, but I just don't, and I feel like it's too late to change it, so I'm just Ouch Romano, that's it. Not because I'm painful or I try to hurt anyone, you know, like, ouch. But yeah, that's that story. It's not that interesting at all. Giselle, I love the scent of the day on the Facebook group. Me too, I love it. It's really good. I don't know if any of you guys are watching, but I do have a Facebook group. It's called Ouch 110 Smelly Friends, and it's a really nice group. Everyone there is super friendly. We just chat. People post all kinds of stuff. We play games. I occasionally do giveaways, but every day we talk about our scent of the day, what we're wearing. Sometimes we do themed scent of the days. I'm thinking of doing a Mother's Day one. Is that a good idea? I don't know. We'll see. Bye, Peter. I didn't know that Peter was going, but everyone's saying goodbye, so bye, Peter. Favourite scent for rainy days? That's an easy one. Jackie Bits, hi. I think that it's an obvious one. I always wear Eden by Cacharel. Real polarising fragrance. Man, this is one, if you read the reviews on Fragrantica about Eden, people either detest the fuck out of it, or they absolutely love it. It's definitely a weird fragrance. It's mimosa-led. It smells a little bit like plastic. It's like a jungly floral that is really obnoxious if you have the vintage. I have the vintage. But it feels like a rainy day fragrance, so that's what I wear. Marty, theme scent of the days are fun, so we'll see. Most under and overappreciated brands. That's a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about it. Maybe I'll have to take a couple of seconds to think. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. What is my fragrance called? So I made a fragrance when I went to Grasse in the south of France. I did vlog it as well. If you search on my channel, you'll see my vlogs. I went alone to Grasse. It was really scary, by the way. Not gonna lie. Never been anywhere on my own, but you know, I do things new. Do things new? I do new things. My fragrance that I made is called Fawn, as in the little woodland creature dude thing, kind of like the one from The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I made it foresty, I made it green, I made it tobacco, and I really like it. So yeah. Gucci Rush smells like plastic. Any thoughts? Anyone else? Do you think it smells like plastic? I don't know. To me, it's peachy. It's a very loud, peachy fragrance, and it's one that I really, really should review. That bottle, though, I don't even think you can call it a bottle. It's like a cassette tape. It's like plastic and the bottle is hidden within it. But an old manager of mine, Helen, she used to wear Gucci Rush in the Disney store when I used to wear it. It filled the whole shop floor. You could smell it everywhere. It's a real good fragrance. And weird fact, I've never reviewed a Gucci fragrance in my life, ever. And I don't know why. People have asked me that and I don't have an answer. Oh gosh, you guys really want to see the bird, don't you? All right, I'm gonna go and get him. Okay, just wait there 1 second. Bo, you are coming. Everyone wants to see the bird. Here he is. Say hi, Bo. Are you gonna say hi? Yeah. He's probably overwhelmed right now. He has a shining light in his face, but he's very pretty. All right. All right. You gonna touch a bell? No. Oh, you are gonna touch a bell. All right. There he is. I hope you guys are happy. Okay, I hope that satisfied you guys. You've seen the bird. You guys are so funny. He is literally the backtrack to every single video that I have. There's no way I can get around it. I don't like to move him around too much. So Bo is very pretty. I love him. Some days I love him. I don't love him when I'm trying to do a video and he's like this in my ear. But yeah, he's very, very cute. Bless him. Yeah. Okay, so, hola bonito, hola birdie. I wish he could read English or Spanish, so he could know. I don't think, can you imagine being in bird brain? He has no idea how much people love him. Some people have told me that they have cockatiel as well, and when they watch my videos, their cockatiel joins in. It's like, it's just crazy. It's like a butterfly effect of cockatiels around the world. It's really funny. Anyway. Did you have a chance to try Vol de Nuit, which you were given last year? It's my favourite Guerlain. Yes, I did try it. It's a tricky one for me because it is a super classic Chypre, and Chypres are not my favourite thing in the world. You missed the cute birdie. I'm sorry. The bird is over there. He is gone. Vol de Nuit, yes, I do. It's kind of like a dry oak mossy Chypre. It's that very classic Chypre. It is sorry, the comments are so funny. It is kind of in the realm of Mitsuko a little bit, except, sorry, I feel like I need to burp and I don't want to burp on camera. Question to you guys, what do you do when you need to go to the toilet in the middle of a live stream? Figure that one out soon. Vol de Nuit, yes, it's not my favourite kind of fragrance ever, but I do appreciate the vintage feeling of it. I love it when I can smell really old fragrances. Like, you know, Guerlain have been going since many, 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 many years ago. And I love the vintage style, even if I wouldn't wear them. So, yeah. Thoughts on Jeremy Fragrance? I think he's making his own fragrance. You should be the one that's making a fragrance. It would be amazing. My thoughts on Jeremy Fragrance. Oh, gosh. This was a subject I was hoping to avoid. I don't really know. I remember when he first started his channel, and I remember thinking, wow, this guy is charismatic. You know, he's really, really cool. I liked the style of his videos. They were kind of sleek. Obviously, he's a very good-looking guy. He's kind of charming. But things have changed, you know. He's managed to create a big following based on... God, I could get in so much trouble, but this is a live stream. I'm gonna be candidly honest. I don't care. He's created a following based on sex and women. He always has a very pretty woman standing there, giving their opinion on do they like it on men, and a lot of people, you know, the age-old main question that's asked about fragrances: which fragrance is going to make me sexy? Which fragrance is going to attract the opposite sex? It's just something in human nature, I think. So he kind of honed in on that, and he got in on that. He's got a massive following. I guess a lot of guys look up to him, being a model, living a fabulous lifestyle, stuff like that. And he got by on, I guess, not so much fragrance knowledge at the beginning, but I feel like he gained some knowledge. In terms of his fragrance release, I feel like it's awful. I feel like he recently did a video where he's tripled the price of his fragrance. He won't sell samples, so he's expecting everyone that's got him to where he is, and he's the biggest reviewer on YouTube, he's expecting everyone that follows him to blind buy his fragrance, and he tripled the price, and that's what I'm going to say on the matter. I think it's horrible. But anyway, back to me, guys. No, I'm really joking. I'm literally kidding. Anyway, let's have a look. Are making videos cumbersome since you started using green screen? Do you plan to continue filming with it? Okay, I'm going to be really honest about something here about making videos on YouTube. So, first of all, it's a lot harder than you think. It's a lot more difficult than it might seem. A lot of pieces have to come together in order for a YouTube video for me to work. The most important thing is being in the right mood. Nobody wants to watch me saying, "Hi guys, it's Arch110. Good, 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 I hope." Right? So you have to be in the right mood. That's the first and most important thing that I think about when I do a video. I have to be in the correct frame of mind to make it fun, because, you know, fragrance is fun. The second thing is I have to have enough time to have smelled and learned the fragrance that I am wearing. I basically don't get to wear my own collection anymore that much, because I'm either going to work where I can't wear fragrances outside of what we sell, and the other one is I'm testing something on my skin, so I can't be spraying on, you know, Bois de Zil and then trying to smell something else. So that's another one. The third one is having a bit of privacy. I have to be in a space where I can do it. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It never gets cumbersome, but it does sometimes become challenging. And I do think, yes, there is glitter paint on my wall. It's everywhere. It doesn't get cumbersome, but sometimes it can be a little bit stressful, and that's the truth. I'm always thinking about stuff. I have this thing in my head where people say, "Can you review this?" And I say, "Yeah, sure." I feel like everyone's sitting there like, "When's he going to do it? When's he going to do it?" Which I know that isn't the case, but in my head, that's how I feel. I feel somewhat of a pressure as a YouTuber to create really cool videos, because it's my passion, and I would hate to put out a video that isn't passionate. So that's basically it. Which perfumes do I have in front of me? I have two. I have Bois de Zil and I have Cœur de Russie by Chanel. The reason they're here, there is a reason actually. When you go live on YouTube, they ask you to do a snapshot for a thumbnail, and I had green St. Patrick's Day glasses and perfume, but then apparently that didn't work. So yeah, these were actually a beautiful gift from a subscriber of mine and lovely person Margie. So if she's here, I'm not sure if she is. So yeah, they're beautiful. I love them both. So yeah. Stock up on Samsara red bottle. The current one feels weaker. Yep, exactly. Paolo, I bought a sample of the new Samsara, 2 of them, and I have tested them out. I want to do a video about it as well. And just if, I guess, kind of mini review right here. The new Samsara is in the B bottle. It has all of the elements of Samsara that I love, but it feels like Samsara fast forwarded. It's like you fast forward to the dry down, so I guess it's like Samsara. It's like a fast Samsara. Like you miss a lot of the heart and the beautifulness that the original has, and it's less sandalwoody as well. So anyway, let's see what else. I love your enthusiasm for fragrances. I'm still trying scents, but I'll most definitely get Shalimar. I love your review of it. Amanda, try it out. Shalimar is a classic. It came out in 1928 and it was a mistake. Shalimar was a mistake. Sometimes there are happy accidents in life, and the perfumer, I think it's probably Jean Guerlain, maybe Jacques, I don't know, tipped too much vanilla into Jicky and Shalimar was born. So one of the best happy accidents that ever happened, right? I guess. Okay. Giselle, I wait for your reviews so I can watch them during my work lunch break. Thank you. You're welcome. That's really funny. What's your opinion, Paris World again, what's your opinion on people buying, selling our version or fake perfumes? This is a tricky one, and I'm going to be completely transparent again. There was a time when I used to sell perfumes from Frederic Malle, and they are one of the more well-known, I guess, dupes. I did it as a kind of a side thing, and I did it because I appreciated how good some of the dupes were, especially for discontinued things. I understand it's a travesty and it's a big owness on the perfumer that made that fragrance. I did it for a little while and then I stopped. I think there are amazing dupes out there, and I think that they exist for people that can't really afford the main thing, and I think it's an alternative. Is it plagiarism? I don't know. It kind of is. They're never going to be exactly the same, but it's kind of bad, I think. I don't know, but I think each to their own. So you're right. I think it's good. I think it's each to their own. So that's my opinion on that. Oh, okay, let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just having a look at the comments again. People are saying hello to each other. Hi, Peter, Fragrance for you. How are you? He made it. Guys, I really need to go to the loo. I don't know what to do. Do you want to listen to Bo's tweeting while I'm gone? This is so awkward, but I don't really know what else to do. But hey, Peter from Fragrance View is here. I hope some of you guys have watched his channel as well. He is, you know, a fragrance reviewer that really hones in on materials and also super niche brands as well. I try to kind of do a couple of different things, but Peter is super on it. And he plays guitar really well. So hi, Peter. I hope you're good. All right, guys, you need to chat amongst yourself for literally a couple of minutes. I'll be back. Okay, bye. back. Sorry about that. 1 second. I did plan to do this for an hour, and it's just gone over an hour. I didn't expect, you know, so many people to be here and chat and want to be involved. So I'm very surprised and thankful. So thank you. And I'm back. Of course I washed my hands. What kind of person do you think I am? It wasn't a number 1, it was a number 2, okay? No, I'm only joking. Thank you for that. Let's get away from the toilet humour. Yeah. So anyway, do you know what? Can I do something? I wanted to ask you guys something. Kind of, what's the word? Is it candid? I'm not sure. And honest. I wanted to ask you something that's going to be kind of helpful for me and a bit of feedback. So, okay, sit down if you're not already sitting down. So, I feel that in life, when you do something that you really like, it's natural to look at other people that are doing the same thing and aspire to be them. Quick story. When I was in senior school, I realised that I loved, when we did sports, I realised that I loved trampolining a lot. That was something that I really, really loved. I enjoyed it so much. It kind of spoke to me. And I decided to do it as an after-school activity. So the first time I went to the after-school activity, I remember to this day, there is a girl, I will never forget her. Her name was Claire Pryor. She was doing, I walked in and she was doing all of these routines and backflips and she was graceful. And I thought, do you know what? I want to do that. I really, really want to do that. And I did. I stuck at being a trampolinist and I became the best in my school. I also went further and won gold medals and became the best in my entire borough for my age group. So bringing it back to YouTube reviewers, I can't help but notice that, excuse me, I've had my channel for quite a few years. And I've noticed that there are loads of other reviewers that are popping up all over the place that are amazing. And they are, I guess, surpassing me in terms of audience. It's not the sole reason I do this, but it's a really, really good way to gauge, I guess, your success or if people are interested in what you're saying and stuff like that. So there are lots of reviewers that I watch as well. And a lot of them are... There are people that have started a year ago and they've already kind of tripled their audience to what I have, and I've been doing it for a while. So I wanted to ask you guys, honestly, is there anything that I can do to maybe change or enhance? Honestly, Peter, it's not... I think it's natural to compare yourself to what's happening in what you're doing in life. And I do have a couple of issues where I think there are a couple of things that I think maybe might be holding me back. I've had my channel for 5 years, and you know, you're going to look at your peers, you're going to look at what's going on, and I just wonder, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to put it out there. It's not something that I dwell on. I just, you know, it's healthy to look at what's going on around you, you know, I guess. So what's Jeremiah? I don't know what that is. Sorry. Oh. Oh, okay. Did you mean Jeremy Fragrance? Oh, I see. I would never do that. I would never, um, I guess, try and hone in on something that's... I'm not here to be, you know, like a million subscriber person. I'm doing it because it's my passion. It's a small niche thing that we all are here for, you know. I just... Sometimes, you know, I think it's natural to compare yourself to other people. I do that. If you want to be successful in something, I don't even know how you measure the success, but an audience in YouTube world is a way to kind of measure... You know, I want to spread more. I want to spread more. Anyway, let's have a look at the comments because I'm just, you know, getting a little bit much right now. This is also not fishing for compliments, I must say. But yeah. I do try to, I guess I try to march to the beat of my own drum. I do review things that are maybe a bit wacko, a bit out there. A lot of people that are in outside of YouTube and in my real life, I guess, say, you know, you should review more popular fragrances, you should review more things that come out new. And I think that, I mean, yeah, if I wanted to do that, I could, but I'd rather review things that speak to me, I guess, because then that's going to make a better video, because I guess passion shines through. Anyway, okay, I'm going to read a few comments, and then I wanted to ask you guys another question to encourage you to chat. Everyone's saying release your own fragrance. I guess Peter from Fragrance View can chime in on this one, because it's not as easy as it seems. Peter, he's really great. He's done a few videos on raw materials. He's done videos on creating a fragrance. I actually did a couple when I was doing my course, and I did a couple of videos about the stages that I was at. I did study naturals, which I later realised not really for me. I don't know, I don't really like it. And then I did make a couple when I went to the south of France. A funny story about that as well. I will tell you if you're interested, because thank you very much, Kim. That's very cute. I will tell you, I made a fragrance when I went to the south of France for the first time. I went on my own to Grasse, and I did a perfume making session with Gallimard, and I made a fragrance called Fawn, which I had. So I got a message from a guy in Amsterdam saying, hey, I really like to smell your fragrance. Can I buy it? And I said, yeah, of course. I mean, I can order it from Gallimard and give it to you. So we worked it out. He sent me PayPal money, and I sent him the Amsterdam the fragrance. And then about a couple of months later, one of my subscribers, Tammy, I don't know if she's here, but she said, oh yeah, I'm wearing Fawn today. And I thought, huh? How is it possible that you're wearing Fawn? And then she said, oh, I got it from some guy in Amsterdam. So it's like, my fragrance went from France to Amsterdam to, oh, where's she from? Somewhere in America. But it was a very, very weird thing. But she never mentioned it. Tammy, if you're listening, that was a very weird thing that happened. I was like, how the hell did you get my fragrance? Anyway, funny story. So anyway, let's just look at more comments. Fawn, I very narcissistically reviewed my own fragrance. I know that seems like it might be big-headed, but I did review it. It's, if you search on my YouTube channel, Outron10 Fawn, I reviewed it. It was a really fun experience. Yeah. So vlog about your daily life. Let us get to know you more just because we admire you. That's something also that I kind of struggle with. I think, do people really care? Do you know what I mean? It's more about the fragrance stuff. I do always vlog my travels, my holidays, because that's really exciting to me. I think doing a daily or like a life vlog could, I don't know what it could be. I don't know. I'm always a little bit like, a little bit negative Nancy, a little bit scared about stuff. But, you know, this is a breakthrough. I'm doing live. But yeah, I think maybe I should do a bit more daily vlog. Maybe just opinions on other things, but really, who cares? I feel like, who cares? Why would anyone care? Yeah, Deanna, is it Dina or Diana? Yeah, I love to go out sniffing perfume in London. It's always an issue with camera. A lot of shops don't like you to film. And it's hard being incognito, and I wouldn't like to get in trouble, but Bo is ramping up his tweets right now. But yeah, I love going perfume sniffing in London. I think it's really, really cool. So anyway. Eli Nichols, the perfume exhibit. Yeah, that was fun. Do you know what? A lot of customers that come to my shop mentioned that they went to it as well, and it's nice to talk about it. Oh, Sarah Barrett, I enjoy unboxings. Okay, so people, you want ASMR perfume videos. Okay. I know people do like unboxings. I used to work with a guy that collected shoes, trainers, and he used to be obsessed with watching people unbox trainers. I don't know if I can do an unboxing video because I'm tearing it apart when it comes through the door. There's no time for me to set up my camera and do it. So, okay. Oh, I'm clicking back up. Is the clicking from my computer clicking into the microphone? I'm sure it is. Do I love a blind buy? There was a time where I used to blind buy all the time, but then I realised it's a dangerous game. Very dangerous game. It's treading that fine line between this is so exciting, I'm going to smell something I never smelled before, to damn, I just spent some money on stuff that I really don't like. So I have really honed in my blind buying. I've not blind bought a fragrance for well over a year. So yeah, it's a tough thing, that one, because, you know, hi Bo, the smelling new things is exciting, but then it can be a waste of money. So I would definitely not recommend blind buying ever, if you can help it. Adam Kovacs, there is pop music and there is classical music. You are classical music, ouchie. Don't need to follow the mainstream shit. Well, thank you very much. I know, it's a weird thing. I wanted to bring that subject up because, I don't know, that's just me, I guess. You just tend to look at yourself when you do stuff like this. I don't know. Can we see your bird? Laura, we saw the bird. I can't bring him again because he's going to get really pissed off with me if I move him again. But, yeah. You can look at him if you rewatch the video, I guess. Okay. Luck favours the bold. It does. There is Valadina. There is nowhere to buy my fragrance, unfortunately. I made it in a perfume workshop. It's not something that I kind of created from scratch in my own time, basically. It was like a workshop thing that I created, but Gallimard, the people that I made it with, they give you the option of buying your fragrance in 500ml vats, basically, so you can essentially kind of sell it on. I've always juggled with the idea of doing that, and I think I don't know, I just don't know. I'm a scaredy cat at nature. I get scared of everything, so I don't know. Have you smelled Guerlain Mademoiselle? I have not smelled it, and I do feel attracted to it, really. Hi Olga, happy St. Patrick's Day to you, darling. Sorry, I work with Olga, I had to say hello to her. I hope you're good, I hope you've had a nice Sunday. I really want to smell it. What's it like? It looks the same colour as the Chanel Mademoiselle, right? It's the B bottle with the pink stuff. I don't know. I do think that the older Guerlains are my bag and not so much the new ones, so. Wow. I'm not sure what makes my content unique. I talk about perfume the same as everybody else, really. I don't know. Maybe because I'm a goofball and an idiot. I don't know. Maybe a black... Oh, gosh, I just lost that comment I wanted to look at. This is weird. Sorry. Oh, I've lost it. You could do collaborations. It would be great fun to see you doing do videos with Persolaise or one of the girls from Perfume Pros. Do you know the girls from Perfume Pros actually did approach me to do a collaboration? But here I go again. I get all nervous and I get weird about stuff. They wanted to meet and do it, and I just get nervous, I guess. But this year I'm breaking out of my comfort zone. I am trying. Believe me, I'm trying. Hence this. So... I wish there was a way to make this chat bigger so I could just, you know, just... Oh. Oh, okay, I just wanted to test that out. I just typed hello to you guys just to make sure it worked. The cadaverine discussion on the group was fascinating. Wow, I don't know... Okay, let's have a chat about that for a second. So, 1 second, where is my wine? I've literally lost my wine. I still have my glasses here that I had for my snapshot, and they're still on. So, if you're not joined to my group, there was a a discussion that I posted on cadaverine. Very odd, unusual molecule, I think it is. And a customer came to my shop and she had some. She had cadaverine and she had another one that smelled like blood. I made it a topic on my group because it's quite an uncomfortable thing. So I guess this kind of probes the question, like, what's the weirdest thing you've ever smelled? Ever, because this one is right up there. It's the molecule that is responsible for... Oh, should I not talk about it? Responsible for people smelling like dead bodies. It basically, if you want to skip over it, it smelled like bleach to me, basically. It smelled like bleach and something a little bit uncomfortable. So, yeah, I'll skip that. Give me 1 second. I'll be back in 1 second. Where is my drink? Oh, God. It's kind of cold in here. Oh, sorry. Just had to go to the hallway for a second. No, it's not pee break 2. If it was, that was a super quick one. Oh, gosh. Yes, Megan. That's exactly what it is. You're right. I'm going to do it right now. Ooh. All right, anyway, I had another question for all of you guys as well. It's not about me. I wanted to know if any of you have had a very weird perfume coincidence, a strange thing that's happened, because I had a really weird one recently, and it was very, very odd. Tell me about your gold telephone. It's an old school one. It should have the dialy on it, but it hasn't. Are you alright? Sorry that I've caused you bankruptcy. That's funny. Go for it, Hayley. Why not? It's Sunday. It's St. Patrick's Day. Cheers. Okay, I know you tend to like Chypres, but any thoughts on Chanel Cristal? I can't remember smelling that one. Chanel number 19 is the Chypre that I remember smelling most. But yeah, Cristal is one that I'm not really familiar with, so sorry. Is it real? Do you mean, oh, is it a rotary dial? No, it's buttons. It's not a real one. So, what's the most unique and rare note you've ever put your nose on? It would be cadaverine, even though it's not a note that's used in many things. It's definitely an odd thing and not the most pleasant thing to smell ever. So, the perfume coincidence. Okay, so I work in a perfume shop. I'll try and give you the Cliff's notes to not drag it out too much. A guy came into our shop and he said, "Hi, I'm trying to find a perfume for my dad. I know it's called George." And he said he got it in Covent Garden. So like I went immediately to the perfume that we have called George, which by the way is fantastic. It's by Jardins d'Ecrivain. It's tobacco, coffee, Peru balsam, heliotrope, amazingness. And he smelled it. And he said, "Oh, okay, yeah, I think this is the one, but it doesn't feel too familiar." And then he said that, "Yeah, it's definitely from here because I know that he had it on a hanky and you guys sprayed it on a handkerchief." So I said, "We don't do that. We don't spray perfume on handkerchiefs in our shop. However, I know that Penhaligon's does." And we figured out that it was Lord George, one of the Story collection ones with the lid. So he was just about to purchase George by Jardins d'Ecrivain, but he didn't. He realised, we figured out that it's that one. So we sent him to Penhaligon's. In the same day, a couple of hours later, a lady wandered into our shop and she said, "I've just been at Penhaligon's for probably half an hour trying to find a perfume called George. And they were showing me this Lord George perfume. And I want to get it for my daughter. She said she got it in Covent Garden. They sent me here and said that you have a perfume called George." So it was basically like they crossed over worlds in the same day. Two customers went like that, both trying to find George and both getting the wrong one, but then finding it eventually. So, yay, mystery solved. My biggest perfume coincidence was turning up at my nan's bar mitzvah only to discover that Peter from his channel, the fragrance review, was wearing the same damn perfume. There's just so much wrong with that. Tuscan leather. Fragrance bars, you are one funny guy. Or girl. I can't tell from your picture. It looks like a baby. Is there anything out there that resembles By Women by Dolce & Gabbana? I wish. I really, really wish there was, because both of those, the men's and the women's one, were two of the things that I was gutted to see discontinued. I loved both of them. The women's one was so unusual. It was a lavender, it was coffee, it was strange. It was a strange one, I don't know. Nothing that I found's come close. I wish they would bring it back. And so, yeah. Nan's bar mitzvah. You guys are funny. Okay. Oh. Gosh. Sorry, just muting someone again. Oh gosh, it's like going upside down. Just had to put someone in timeout. There's always going to be trolls. I did say troll feeding was going to be in an hour, so I guess that's why they're back. But we'll extend it for 2 hours because it's my live stream, so I can do what I want. Why are we talking about bint? Bint is such a great word. Bint is a good word. It's kind of like calling someone a little bit dim. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. Have I got formal education in notes? Is there a perfume college? I wouldn't consider it to be formal education, but I did find a perfume course called Perfume Art School UK. It was so long that I did it, I've forgotten the name. And it teaches you to study materials. It's completely a natural course as well, so it was tough. It was quite a tough thing. It took a lot of time. It teaches you how to build accords. It teaches you that natural materials can kind of macerate and change over time. It was kind of expensive, but I was a beta tester because I started doing it when it first happened. So it was okay. It was okay. There was a couple of things that were a little bit iffy. Upon speaking to Peter from Fragrance View, who I'm not sure is still here anymore or not, the entire way of measuring fragrance didn't seem quite right compared to when Peter said, yeah, you should do it by weight rather than drops, because obviously drops. So a lot of it didn't really add up to me, but I'm glad that I did it. It taught me a lot and I did pass. So yeah, it was fun. It was a really good one. I never get compliments on perfumes. Do you have any perfumes that never get compliments? Loads of them. So many, because you just don't know if someone likes it but just hasn't said it. I mean, you know. I do think you should not wear perfume to get compliments though, but it's always nice, right? It's always nice when someone says, hey, you smell good. Okay. How do perfumers get discovered? Is it more of who you know? I truly believe that. Of course, there are perfumers that just burst out on the scene, same like singers. But I know for a fact that a few years ago, I applied to work at Givaudan in Paris, which is, you know, big leap, big goals, big dreams. And my tutor from my course, actually, following on from that, she said that they only take on 2 people a year. out of 1,000 applicants, and the two people they take on are usually descendants of perfumers from Grasse. So it is a little bit kind of who you know. It's kind of like born into the family thing for the most part. But of course, there are tons of perfumers that can just break out of nowhere. Take Tomu Inaba, for instance. He's the guy that made Moth and Nightingale from Zoologist. He's not even a perfumer. He just has this innate talent to make beautiful fragrances out of nowhere. So there are tons of places, like Peter says, tons of places you can study. There's a lot of stigma attached to, you know, the older you get, the less sensitive your nose becomes. But you know, do it whenever you want. Try. Who knows? Knows. Fragrance Boss. I've got this idea for a spacey aquatic fragrance. It's going to be called Quelm. What do you reckon? I mean, I have no idea what that even means. What? Explain. Yep, Tomu Inaba is some genius. I literally want to message Victor Wong and say, please make more fragrances with Tomu Inaba, because he's some kind of genius. I don't know. And what is this fragrance Boss? Give me the notes, give me the idea, what's it going to be? There are some fragrances that are themed on space, namely Sirio from Mendita Rosa and Nettuno as well. I think it's a good theme, because who knows what it smells like? What does space smell like? Cold, icy, who knows? Fun. Ah, G de la Joya. What, do you have resting bitch face? I know some people have that. This is a bad affliction. I'm really kidding. Japanese seaweed. Okay, patchouli. Okay. I needed more wine. What do I think of natural versus synthetic ingredients? I think in perfumes, there has to be a balance of both. Coming from studying natural perfumes, I struggled. I mean, I'm not by any means a perfumer. I have come across lots of natural brands that smell amazing. It's something about the dry down. There is something in the dry down of natural perfumes that feels like it plateaus and it's always the same. I feel like there needs to be some kind of balance. There are a couple of natural perfumers that I think are incredible. One is called Tioni Reinthal. I hope to do a video on her soon. She very kindly sent me some samples after one of my subscribers asked her to. Kate Apted, if you ever watch this, that's you. And they're some of the best naturals I've ever smelled. There is a house called House of Matriarch. I'm sure, Peter, can you chime in? I'm sure her fragrances are completely natural as well. There's also a Russian lady called Anna Zvorikina, and I've probably pronounced that wrong. And her fragrances are so experimental. I've never smelled anything like them. She distills seashells. She distills clay. She is the only perfumer I've heard of that has actually distilled amber resin as an actual resin with the mosquito inside kind of thing. So yeah, but I do, going back to your question, I think that there needs to be a balance because synthetics enhance naturals in a way that you can't get on your own. So I'm going to say, guys, I'm probably going to end the live stream in about 10 minutes. I did plan to do it for an hour, and yeah, I'm going to end it soon because I am. I do watch Game of Thrones, yes, I do. I'm waiting for this kind of final season movie thing, so. Underrated celebrity perfume. Jade Goody, shush. Even though she's crazy, she's a very controversial celebrity. But yeah, her perfume was really great. I smelled it on somebody right near my house yesterday, in fact, and it smelled great. It's a very strong one. It's called Shh, because she was a very loud, obnoxious perfume. Perfume? Celebrity, sorry. Anyway, that's good. Yeah, I am gonna end it soon. It's been, yeah, an hour and 35 minutes, so I'm happy. I'm glad that you guys all came and chatted and asked questions. What do you guys think? I'm going to kind of leave it with the whole, would you be interested in doing the next live stream as a sole topic, like a sole focus? I did want to start, I guess you could call it a perfume book club, media club, so we could all watch the same documentary. We could all maybe buy a book about perfume and then discuss it together. You know, I don't know. I wanted to have some ideas. I'm not sure. It's all new to me. The next thing on the agenda in terms of newness will be a meetup. I would really like to do a meetup. I know that's going to be kind of difficult for my favourite Game of Thrones character is Tyrion. Of course. How can you not love Tyrion? The next thing is going to be a meetup. I want to make it like a huge swap meet. Not maybe huge, but everyone to bring stuff that they maybe don't want anymore or looking to swap, and everyone can just put it in a pile and just go nuts and dive on top of it and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope that's going to be a thing. Maybe in summer when it's warm. If it rains, we can go to a pub. I love pubs. I'm Irish. I love wine. So yeah, that's it. So I think that's going to be kind of the next stage, but I do want to do live with you more because obviously this is fun. I really like it. So, yeah. Okay, maybe I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter than I actually said, but I am going to go and enjoy my night, and Bo is covered over. He's ready to go. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to this. This was really awesome. I'm glad you guys came. I'm glad you got to chat to each other as well. Some really cool questions as well. So, yeah. I did say 10 minutes, but I'm going to end it now. Okay, so much love to you all. Whoa! And I'm not even going to do the cheesy tagline. All right, I hope you guys have a really good night. I'll speak to you soon, okay? Bye. Bye, everyone. See you later. Bye.